I think it's very important to point out, Farnoosh, that when I read Bill Poole's comments last night, which were really poorly timed given that it's options expiration, I am inclined to think that he wants to tighten to be sure that no one gets through this process other than the least aggressive and most cash-oriented people. I also want to make this point, and then we can, on other videos, I was going to talk about stocks, but there is a moral righteousness to this Fed. And I think there's also a belief that my rant and my view that I've staked out is that we should bail out Wall Street. I want to be very unequivocal about this. I don't care about Wall Street. Everybody I know on Wall Street has made a huge amount of money and owns very expensive beach houses, very nice houses in the suburbs and in the city. They're irrelevant to me. What I am concerned about is that I think it's somewhat obvious that this is all spilling over. Now you could say, well, Jim, just say that it's great then. Just say that it's great and say that someone can pick up the mess from housing. I don't know. I mean, in the end, maybe before I ever got involved in this stuff, I did have a political view. And we're at the stress moment where my political view does matter. But I want to just emphasize that if Lehman goes out of business or Bear goes out of business, I wish the people well who work there. They've made a lot of money. And I don't want anyone to think that the Fed should bail those companies out. That's not right.
The Fed is injecting money into the banking system. They're thinking they're on the righteous path. That's not even enough?
Well, they're not on the righteous path.
They think so.
With that. They'd be on a righteous path if they tighten. They think that's a de facto loosening. No, that's not what's necessary. Look, if you wanted to save these institutions, you'd cut rates, and they know that. Mm-hmm. I wish that the government would speak in one voice, which is that the government has encouraged people to buy houses. From 2004 to 2007, that's now looking like a very bad bet. The problem is I use the word bet, and that's what they're using. They're saying that if you bought a house between 2004 and 2007, you went to the wrong table in Vegas and lost your money. I personally think of the 14 million homeowners that purchased homes in that period, probably a goodly percentage of them did not view themselves as gamblers. And it is that who I'm worried about. It would be easier for me at this point to stake out. I don't care about them either. I want to be consistent. I want everybody to be wiped out. I can't do that.
Those gamblers got, free lodging, probably got a free plane ticket. I mean, it was...
Well, I mean, I just want to emphasize, I mean, it's just like I feel that people are spotting, and there's an endless desire to spot my inconsistencies, as if that I am some sort of a guy who just parses out his statements very closely and tries to be totally consistent. I want to be consistent on this one point, which is that I have been adamant that no one on Wall Street be bailed out. Mm-hmm. I have been adamant that if Washington Mutual goes out of business and Countrywide goes out of business, so be it. I said that Continental Illinois went out of business when Penn Square went out of business, Bank of New England went out of business, and it did not matter. Almost every savings and loan in this country went out of business, and I was in favor of that because they were reckless. Anyone who was reckless and used debt and was intelligent, meaning that they actually had the ability to see what debt could do, I think that Poole's right. He's right. Mm. It is not that I'm concerned about. It's the right for people to be able to stay in their homes. And that's now the issue. And the moral hazard of wiping out KKR and Goldman Sachs and Bear and Washington Mutual is that you're going to have people who squat. Now, if you think that that's okay, then they win. And they're smarter than I am. That's all I have to say.
All right. Thanks a lot, Jim Cramer, for that. Wall Street Confidential on TheStreet.com TV. I'm Farnoosh Torabi. Thank you.